If we were living in the 17th century and our icons died, we call them saints, and we would use their life as an example of what we should do or what we shouldn't do.
March 26, 1995. Rap pioneer Eazy-E dies of AIDS in Los Angeles at the age of 31.
The example he gives us is safe sex. It's not that he died in vain, he's one of us. So he died and made you see it real. I mean, I know when Eazy-E died, man, it's just like, yo, that's a little too close for me. It can happen to him, it can happen to me. Let me get my life straightened out.
September 13th, 1996. Five-year-old rap legend Tupac Shakur dies after being shot while sitting in a car on the Las Vegas Strip.
That's a loss of Elvis, you know what I'm saying, to the black people. I mean, Pac was our Elvis, you know what I'm saying?
March 9th, 1997. Four-year-old rap icon Notorious B.I.G. is gunned down on the streets of Los Angeles.
To me, I look at Tupac as John the Baptist, Biggie might be Jesus Christ, or vice versa, however you want to put it. But you need people to die for our sins. That's what they did. They died for all of our sins.
In the aftermath of these deaths, a call for peace and unity echoes throughout the hip-hop nation.
For us to be black men on the same, map, and hating each other or acting like we hate each other is ignorant.
The call is heard from the sports arena in Los Angeles, California. Hip-hop all-stars unite. Pay tribute to rap's fallen legends and unify the hip-hop nation.
Hey, hold on. Hey, but why I got y'all motherfucking attention? My niggas up here, we call it the motherfucking regime.
20 on my neck, nigga, 20 on my wrist. $1 million nut, $1 billion kiss. Look at these teeth.
All time trying to break. Regime like what?
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah, our shit is thugged out, cat. We just come on stage, you know what I'm saying, smoke weed, liquorlation of niggas and just rip. We ain't got no routines and shit. We don't be dancing, none of that shit. We just straight Hennessy, weed. Let's go hit it.
Give me some room and I might just chill. When I'm the type that like to light another joint like Cypress Hill. I still do be spin movies when I pump on it. I got some bucks on it, but it ain't enough on it. Fuck with the S, the T-I-D-E-S. Nevertheless, I smell up fresh, rolling joints like a cigarette. So that's across the table. What? I'm gone. Beating my chest like King Kong. It's on when my legs around the floor. And when it comes to getting another stogie, niggas on the air like Shinobi. Nigga, you don't know me to begin with. There's too many airs to be. Better than let my friend hit, bitch. Unless you pull out the fat crispy. $5 bill on the real before it's history. And if you let a little bit, you have a I come to school with a tailor on my earlobe. But boy, know the 15s and cheeses and weirdos. That be fucking on the man like where the bomb at. Give me too much, you take a bump and pass my bomb back. Suck up the sack like a slurpee. The serious problem make a nigga go delirious like Eddie Murphy. I got my boy facing bagging. The niggas, I don't know that shit. They can't see you. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Take shots in the face whenever I can. Don't need no crutch. I'm so till the joint be burning my hand. They come all over in a Tampa. Tip on smoke so the ashes won't be burning on my head. for free. Fuck drugs, you better bring your own shit, G. What's up, little baby, sit down. Better pass the joint. Stop being pressure, no, we got asthma. Crack the 40 open, nigga, and guzzle it, cause I know the weed in my system is getting lonely. I got to take a piss test to my B.O. I know I'm there for sign of smoke, mental weed roll. And every time that we up, that nigga rolling up a flash. But the type of ass I got 5 on it, beer. Let's get key. I got 5 on it, beer. I got 5 on it, beer. I got 5 on it, hey, make this right, man. Stop at the light, man. I guess the night thing got me hung up the night train. We made our base, so let's head to the east. Hit the soul 9-0, so we can roll big hot sheets. I wish I could fade the A, but I'm no budget. Still rolling the two, don't come the same old bucket. Foggy window, soggy window. I'm in the land, getting smoke with what a nigga. I've been smoke, yeah, I'm spraying, lay it down. I've been the home and take it down. Niggas don't play around, we down to praise a pound. And ease up, speed up through the ESO, freak the BSOP. With the lemon squeeze up, and everybody's sold up. I'm a roller, that's when the roller put out of a bunch of sticky doja. Hold up, suck up my weed is all you do, kick it one. Hey, you know this shit. Like I got 5 on it, yeah. Let's get key. I got 5 on it, yeah. I got 5 on it, yeah.
Coming with us.
All they want but pop, we still ballin'. West side, south side, say hey, we still ballin'.
Gonna go back and restore Big Smoke. You know, smoke a lot, we in here. West side life, motherfucker know we been there. 5 times platinum niggas. What? Get at them, nigga. Shoot them motherfuckers, gat them niggas. Told them niggas not to fuck with yuck, I'm hardcore. Up in Vegas, home of the motherfucking boss players. Huh, they can't fuck with us though. Regime tagging what? Niggas straight rolling up though. You know what? And rolling straight crime. What? The land where motherfuckers could die like Vietnam. Huh? These niggas trying to rob my shit, take my shit. Niggas trying to rob my clique, but never. Boy, these Rolex and shit, diamonds together. Fuck everybody up. Oh. What? Speak on it. Call Kanai, play one.
Ever.
Look, what? Speak on it, Carl. Let them know.
My man right here, Spark Kanai coming through, 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
Showing my man right here.
10 years, boy.
Representing Spark Kanai to the fullest, baby.
Yeah,
Know
speak
what I
on
mean?
it, huh? Got the goals. Look at Carl. He got it. Speak on
front,
it. Shine
say, you
on
know
him.
what I mean?
Shine on him, cat. Yes,
you know
sir.
man, Scarface, you know?
Yeah, man.
My man,
Them
and
my
shit.
niggas,
Yeah.
cat.
You on the
Yes,
Dixon's
sir.
record label, right?
Yeah, rap it out.
Take a bite, all they want but pop, we still ballin'. West side, south side.
What you say on your shit? There ain't no beat, nigga. It's about money.
About money.
Nigga, you ain't got no money, I ain't got no words for you, nigga.
Cash money, half boys.
Hot boys, speak on it. So when the hot boy shit come out, let them know, man.
In a hot minute, man. In May, man. We're gonna be lacing y'all with the funk, the fabulous folk, man. You know how the game go, man. Whole bunch of shit talking and head busting on our shit.
Nigga, what? This one of them taxi stories. They better leave us the fuck alone. Tell them that, leave us the fuck alone. I'm blow this weed right in front of their face. Motherfucker.
Cause we real, thugged out niggas, yuck mouth niggas, thugged out niggas.
Yeah, we gonna have fun tonight, man. We gonna go get some hoes. You know what I'm saying? Drink some hoes. You know, pop some X. Do our thug thing. Smoke some Indo. Stay tuned.
What?
Come here, look at the stallion click now. The Asalot click. The Asalot click. I'll show that shit. Hold on, this for the camera.
I got lace.
Oh,
now you doing it like that.
God damn.
Alright? Speak on the snug shit for your ass, boy.
We all talk.
Ricochet.
My silence too strong for one of the like a bullet gun strike. We fall from on the speaker, hit the wall and ring a shot. Fuck the Johnny Rush. I'm only in it to score. Niggas say I'm on wall, but it's more like four. Hardcore entrepreneur, training like the jet. Pulling out of 63, the hot without a rep. Young cat man, kick your door while you're snoring. I've been a bullet soaring. Let you swallow. You a rider? Well, that system was bumping. Look how wide the whole situation's dying. Town told you love, you should've sold me some back. If they catch me, they gon' stress me like Geronimo Pratt. Cause I gotta lay you flat, no matter what you say. One he thought he got away till he called the Ricochet. Yo, say do that shit. Say do that shit. Somebody say ho. Say ho. Come on. Say I'm trying to warn you, killer. My rhyme style of how you swung on the girl gave you air with an earring and a tongue. Since that's on the left and zero, my soldier's urgent. My mouth so foul, you couldn't wash it with detergent. My liquid niggas swerving, merging. Like a Riley rearranging niggas will. Like the 99 that matter. You motherfucking right. I wanna see some action, burn some my fire. Cause you're attacked like the night, it's tapped like the bottle. I'm looking for the hoes that got some sex like a bubble. I'll gladly pay you back next Wednesday, this time. That's my motherfucking wrong. This is one for none. Follow the slime fast and totally outside. So everybody talking just the AK-12. To the cross the Ricochet. Say alcoholic. No matter where you go, realize that we can roll our pump one verse and curse beat you down, beat you up, then take a girl and vice versa. You rap to commercial, you just see the compete. Come on, play the gang of dudes, I even kept the receipt. So you won't be homie, these 20 niggas outsold me. Fight that play, check the task, the one and only. The only man standing when it's time for blood blood. Everybody gotta wait till he comes to Ricochet. Ricochet, 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 Ricochet. That nigga tired. That nigga too tired for me.
Better known to fans around the world as EZZ, died of AIDS in a Los Angeles hospital.
His death came just weeks after he learned he had the disease.
For which there is still no cure.
For which there is still no cure.
If somebody was to say, you know, who set it off for the West Coast, from out of my mouth, Eazy-E set it off.
Straight give him all the love and gratitude, you know what I'm saying, he deserved, you know. For, you know, being real as he was.
That's the band who put us on, you know what I'm saying? So as long as we out here doing what we doing, you're gonna always see Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? Always. Always.
Come on, Brian Bone. Still got something to say. Let me hit that cigarette. Uh-oh, let's get it on tape. Get him up, big. Get him up, baby. Go ahead, get him on. Get your rib shot.
Hey, man, you gotta stop playing, man. Them niggas be wanting to fuck you up, man.
Yo, Froggish, you know what's up.
Oh,
Who was that, nigga?
Shit. He was hard. He been listening to your CD, man. You feel Froggish motherfucker Lee?
Hey, nigga, don't follow me around like that, man. I be getting nervous as fuck.
We finna bust some little shit for y'all.
Eric started with us, hanging out on the porch, waiting for us to get up in the morning to light gophers with lighter fluid and watching them run around the backyard, to being very successful in his business.
The example he gives us is safe sex. You know, it's not that he died in vain, he's one of us. So he died and made you see it real. I mean, I know when Eazy-E died, Mad Heads was like, yo, that's a little too close for me. You know, you hear about this one and that one, but that's Eazy-E. And if it can happen to him, it can happen to me. Let me get my life together. Let me get it straightened out.
That was a cool thing. It's for sure make me continue to strap up double protection. You understand me? Because I'm not trying to get caught up in no bullshit, Playboy, because these hoes is wild, man. But, yeah, you know, it's a cool thing. But seriously, it's a cool thing.
It's scary, you know what I'm saying? Because he looked at normal, you know what I mean? And I seen, you know, he looked at, there was nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? And it like affected a lot, you know what I mean? Because he's one of the black entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? So he's like showing you, yo, you can do just what they do, you know what I'm saying? So get up and do it, you know? So, you know, it was a big loss in hip hop, you know what I mean? Even in the world, even with his kids, you know, it was a big loss.
From the conception of NWA to his passing, he made himself a legend. He was a legend, you know what I'm saying? He impacted it so hard to where, you know, you had brothers trying to be like him, you know what I'm saying? But they just couldn't do it because he was a man that, you know, actually had the master plan on how to move these records, move units. As a CEO of Ruthless Records, he knew how to do that.
I'm on this thing called Athletes and Entertainers for Kids. So that's what brings me out here, the kids.
We did get an opportunity to talk to Eric one last time when he was strong enough to speak. And we did tell each other from homie to homie that we loved him deeply. Like, I love you. We need you out here. And he said he would do the best that he could to get well. After that, it went haywire.
Yo, this is me on New Generations, and come follow me now.
One Love, Easy, rest in peace. I got a poem for you that I wrote, and it goes a little something like this. Homies forever. Time has come to express how we all feel, E. We homies forever, and that's the real low G. The underworld connection will always be spiritually by your side because the love we have for you deep within us will live on and never, I say never die, because we plan to keep your legacy alive and Compton on the map. I feel you, E. Thanks for that mental dap. When I say homies forever, I go way, way back before you pronounce gangster rap. So rest in peace knowing that what you started musically, we gonna finish as homies forever, and that's a fact. So what lies behind us and lies before us are tiny compared to the love that lies within us. We all love you, homie, and that's real forever.
Battle for the second coming of Christ, this is you soul get saved. One might be your girl, so don't trust her. I tell her like Usher, girl, I make you wanna leave and clown you with and start a new relationship. Make the bitch take the dick.
I had to do a show after Pac got killed. You know what I'm saying? And Biggie wasn't dead yet. And some people said some ignorant shit, and I had to sit there and not really protect Pac, because, I mean, Pac is Pac, Raz is Raz. You know what I'm saying? I had to go make motherfuckers or people respect the fact that I'm from the West Coast, and I'm still dope, and don't play that silly game with me. You know what I'm saying? And they did, and they felt me, and I rocked the crowd. You know, when some people try to still be on some East-West stuff, I don't fear no man in no circumstance. I fear God.
Every day of my life is off the ringer. That's guaranteed, like a fist fight on Jerry Springer. I got the hottest flow to hit the street since lava. So holla, we all hustle for dollar. From Sac to Houston, New Orleans to D.C. We drinking the S.O.P. from Los Angeles, I'm ghetto. Fabulous, I'm so ghetto. Fabulous, I'm real ghetto. Ghetto. Fabulous, what? Broadcasting live from Los Angeles. Oh, all the niggas yelling, oh. Say, oh. What's his name? Watch out when I creep through. What the fuck can he do? Japan. Slowly but surely, death is coming to greet you. Fuck the posse, homeboy. I run with a gang. Lots of niggas to make gang. Looking sticky, looking strange. Me and my coppers from the past kick ass. Smoke a pound of grass and be got about a cash. Blocks, ski masks, we be on the mash. Flash, crash, the blast, so don't even try to ask. I'm the front hit and roll. What you see, you just saw. We're happy when that nigga dance on the mic rapping. I take control and move your body and soul with just what hole. I move the crowd with a flow. Can I get bugged? Can I get bugged? To all my motherfucking riders who don't give a fuck. And if you're too tough and acting too rough, come around here, nigga, get bugged. Yeah, so can I get bugged? Can I get bugged? To all my motherfucking riders who don't give a fuck. And if you're too tough and acting too rough, come around here, nigga, get bugged. Yeah, now check it. 1, 2, 3 motherfuckers in action. We blast niggas for asking. Ghetto fab satisfaction. Now directed to your bone barrel. Preacher, infiltrated to get you. Damage to her complete advantage till you can't manage. It's the judges of pill dealing with heated clips. Now you can't hide through the day. We make you plan tonight like this. Man, show these niggas the shit. If you want to ride dick, come together like these rules and real should. Go up the hood. It's all good, nigga. What? Astronomical strap. I'm super Mosca. 38 heated up in my holster. Blasting. Whoever stopped me from rocking coast to coaster. I burn. Roasted. And we figure that. When we pull out a strap, we ain't running. Whoever thinks it's right here. Show up the blow of your block. Out like the green of the crop. I tell these niggas don't stop. Can I get bugged? Can I get bugged? To all my motherfucking riders who don't give a fuck. And if you're too tough and acting too rough, come around here, nigga, get bugged. So can I get bugged? Can I get bugged? To all my motherfucking riders who don't give a fuck. And if you're too tough and acting too rough, come around here, nigga, get bugged.
The controversial rapper actor Tupac Shakur died today in a Las Vegas hospital.
From injuries sustained in a shooting several days before.
When unidentified gunmen opened fire on the 25-year-old, he sat in a car on the Las Vegas Strip.
The murder may be connected to a widely publicized feud. Sources are calling it
West Coast
rivalry.
West Coast rivalry.
If I try to talk to the soldiers, the ones on the street that's trying to come up, who tired of the nonsense, then I think I'm a positive role model because I never die, I never quit,
Pull up off my waist and start to clap for this. Hot lead to your head, push it back for this. Got folks hating our brunettes, want to strap for this. The same folks said they honeys bent back for this. Same track, different back on some holiday shit. Menages from the front to the back of the whip. And you wonder why she trip when you running your lips.
The bottom line is that they got caught up in all the hype. And if Tupac came back from the dead now to hear this interview, he would agree. They got caught up in the hype. And Public Enemy prophesied, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. You know, and they got caught up. Biggie, they all got caught up. And it's a shame because we ain't supposed to go out like that.
If you have a name that no one else has, you have to repeat it twice. You got to say it with extra feeling the second time. It builds character. So, you know, that's what my mother gave it to me.
When I heard Pac was murdered, I think I was in the studio at Enterprise recording on our album, Lunatic Music. And, yeah, people were saying that Pac was dead, that he had got shot up in Vegas, I think, at the fight. And we was like, nah, man. I mean, if he got shot up, you know, we knew that Pac was strong, you know, that he could take some, you know, shots and still survive. We was like, not hoping that he died. We just heard he got shot up. So he was posted in the hospital for the 7 days. And everybody was praying for him and stuff. And man, next thing you know, it's just,
I was in the studio, you know? You know, it's like, I never seen it touched like the whole world, you know what I mean? And like girls didn't even know one was crying. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, damn, why she crying? You know what I mean? But certain people, you know, touch certain people in this world. You know what I'm saying? And Tupac touched a lot of people.
The death of Tupac, I mean, shit, that hit everybody. Tupac was the hardest nigga, you know what I'm saying, to ever spit on a microphone. Shit, when Tupac got killed, man, I was in Vegas. I had met him right before he died. I was with my cousin Van Exel. We was going to the fight. Before we went into the fight, had our seat. We hollered at Suge and Pac, and shit, that was my first time meeting him.
Hip-hop need to stay true to the streets. Rap could do whatever it got to do to make money, just stay alive. Right. But hip-hop got to stay true to the streets. If you're talking about you hardcore, I better see some sidewalks and beer bottles in your arm.
The reason why maybe Tupac situation happened is because of the thing that happened at the casino with the beat down and stuff. The kid probably retaliated, you know what I mean? And I don't really think I don't think Biggie Smalls had that done, you know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I'm just assuming, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any positive messages for all you, except keep your head up, you know, don't give up.
It ain't the shit to do this. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make it the shit to do this right here again. You know what I'm saying? The shit. Make everybody throw these motherfuckers up, even if you ain't from the West.
They stole every song you made on your mama's a million. Well, God, children, please stop with your rap your rock, cats and glad you act like Pac. But all them songs you stole from Doom. If Machiavelli was alive, we would've rolled you fools. That's real.
I mean, it was tragic, man. It was like a loss of Elvis, you know what I'm saying, to the black people. I mean, Pac was our Elvis, you know what I'm saying?
West side, south side, say, hey, we still ballin'. We gon' keep the thuggin' alive, hey, Pac, we still ballin'.
Why'd I make a video about Pac?
See, that's why you're gonna have to see the video.
Oh.
Keep your head up. It's for that. The first line. So say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sister's own welfare. Tupac kids, and don't nobody else care. And check, I know they like to beat you down a lot, and when you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. But please, don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive, but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if he can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you know me. And I ain't trying to gash up, I just call it how I see it. You know what makes me unhappy? When brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pap. Now since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and our game from a woman, I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time we kill for our women, time to heal our women. Be real to our women. Because if we don't have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So we're the real G's. Get up. I know you fed up, ladies. Keep your head up.
All right,
Pac gonna live forever, man. Through us and through his music. So we gonna keep it popping, man. Rest in peace to the fallen soldier, Tupac. God bless his soul.
Guns, baby. Stack some motherfucking straps, baby. This is what we talking about, nigga. We brought the pain, motherfucker.
We're gonna go to the old school for a minute. So,
What's up?
So let's do this shit with you right quick.
Yeah. Fucked up childhood. It's not the way it's got you in the state where we don't give up. Damn. Yeah. Somebody help me. It's not ghetto. If you know, I guess my people are the victim of the ghetto. Ain't no escape because I'm way too young. Pops is feeling, and on top of that, my mom's sprung. Steaming off the top. Pops never figured that he'd go down by the hands of another nigga. Now my pops is gone, daddy no good. Got to follow in the footsteps of the homies from the hood. Where's the role model? Niggas putting blue in my fucking baby bottle. Yeah, and through all the motherfucking pain that the drove my mom's insane. So I guess I got to do what? So I ain't finished. All the West Side niggas that somebody say West Side. Say West Side. Say West Side. We say West Side. The clubs and the county checks. West side of high school. Never would the motherfucking hood take me under. See, I'm kicking it with the homies and they got the strap. I took the corner store owned by the fucking jail. I'm so thankful for the motherfucking check from the back. Now we got the strap to my homie's head. Say and play the shit cool and don't be a fool. He shot my nigga in the fucking head. I caught one in the shoulder. If I didn't run, I was dead. Now I'm laying in the hospital bed, thinking about the drunk motherfuckers and my eyes is bloodshot red. Chill motherfuckers, I ain't finished. Y'all know where the fuck we from. Somebody say West Side. We say West Side.
I don't think we can hear y'all from this motherfucker. I know my nigga J.O. What?
No chicks, no cats, never break me. Love me or hate me. J Hunt, aka Soul Soprano.
We were all together all night that night. We were going to the same party. And I was on Wilshire, and he was at the corner of Wilshire. I went straight.
Ghetto entrepreneur, got stock in my block. Talk to young niggas, gotta survive on the block.
When I heard the gunshots and kept moving, I didn't know who they were shooting at.
Draw water from a rock. Trials and tribulations, pouring rap rock. First occupation is distribution of crack rock. To the shop on my block, and I see shots through the spot. Let my nuts.
Got to the party, somebody came and said, yo, your man got shot.
Gain and flick pain, got you slow like an ankle sprain. Cats is fucked up in the game. Hip hop and
I was twisted. I mean, that's the bottom line. I was twisted. I felt bananas because we were just together.
You heard? No chicks, no cats, never break me. Love me or hate me. J Hunt, aka Super.
Watching the news when it popped in there early that morning.
Bows, rockin' bold and soul, my fantasies are reality.
Nah, this ain't me. This ain't me. I couldn't believe it. But actually, once I seen that, I said, nah, it's going down. The war's on.
I didn't even want to come out to LA no more. At one point, yeah. And I felt kind of leery about it because I was his right hand. I mean, I was a DJ, so if I felt it in a crazy way, like if I came out here, they might want to just do something to anybody who's affiliated with him if they could do something to him, you know. They could do something to anybody.
When that happened, that kind of shook people to where, like, well, the person who was in the beef with the Pac and, you know, that thing, those two people are not here to fight no more, so it's over.
No chicks, no cats, never break me. Love me or hate me. J Hunt, aka Soul Soprano. Marble floors with the grand piano. Games like Tony Soprano, sitting shots through the piano. Juggle crack rock on the block. Ghetto entrepreneur, got stock in my block. You can talk to young niggas out.
Most of the people who tried never succeeded, and he just succeeded.
When Biggie got killed, it was just like, damn. you know, fire to the fuel or fuel to the fire. You know, that shit was like fucked up, you know, because Biggie was the next coldest motherfucker, you know. As far as the East Coast, Biggie held that shit down with no problem. But, you know, Biggie, rest in peace.
Biggie brought the East Coast back, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the East Coast really needed him, Biggie was there, you know what I'm saying? He represented, he put it down.
Worst thing that happened to hip-hop for the West Coast, I believe, was the death of Biggie. You know, I mean, it seemed like they just, you know, I just turned everybody off on the West Coast, period. Like, you know, the whole West Coast pulled the trigger, you know. We don't know who pulled the trigger, really.
Man, chilling with Big, man, that nigga's like the realest cat on earth. Him, Lil C's, the whole Junior Mafia. We went on tour with him in '95. When I got 5 on the Blew Up. And shit, it was just live, man. Biggie is a real nigga, man.
We saw, you know, we love Biggie. I got every CD that Biggie made. You know what I'm saying? Loving Biggie. But you can't take that out on everybody, you know what I'm saying? It happened this way, but look, you know, damn.
Biggie was always kind, you know what I'm saying? He was cool as fuck. He had a sense of humor. He was too funny, you know what I'm saying? He was never no like fuck you or no nigga that's had his head in the, you know what I'm saying? Sky, he was a down-to-earth cat. He was cool as fuck. The whole clique, Junior Mafia, all them niggas, Puffy. So y'all keep doing y'all thug thing, man. And rest in peace to homie Big, man. We love you, cat.
You can't blame one shooting on the whole West Coast, or you can't blame one shooting on the whole East Coast. You just have to, I guess you have to keep it moving and let his legacy live on. I'm glad to be a part of his legacy, and I'm gonna represent Brooklyn until it's over, no matter where I'm at.
If we were living in the 17th century and our icons died, we'd call them saints, and we would use their life as an example of what we should do or what we shouldn't do. For me, I look at Tupac as John the Baptist. Biggie might be Jesus Christ, or vice versa, however you want to put it. But you need people to die for our sins. That's what they did. They died for all of our sins.
I'm the new kid on the block, keep it real like Pac Glock, stay loaded and cocked, cause player hates non-stop.
I will fly my little ass to New York and do a show just like this. Exactly. I'll get down. I ain't worried about that. I don't involve myself with that East-West shit. I ain't with that. Cheddar.
Let the chop hit it. Ain't scared to admit it, baby. I hit it. Nigga, I hit it. Believe that. Believe that. Believe that.
All my people came out there on the stage and was throwing out chop tapes. And they threw they threw so many tapes out. You know, if you're in the crowd, you got like 5 tapes in your hand, you ain't gonna do nothing but throw one of them back. You know what I'm saying? So they was throwing tapes at Chop, man, but you know, it was all love. I wasn't tripping. So if you see the show and nigga ducking and dodging, trying to rap, but tapes is fine, I'm looking all over the place, it was wild. I still had a ball though.
I know this shit right here. What y'all know about this right here? Sing that shit like that. Like what? The
saying West Out.
Las Vegas is mine, nigga. Hit the bench. Okay. Tell us up. I keep the burnt grip on my shit when in transit. Unbanded, it's the young bandit. Fresh out the trenches, the woodwork. City yelling champion.
Hold on, never, ever, ever has it been where motherfucking it was an East Coast, West Coast beef. This is bullshit. Y'all keep talking about it.
We went through a lot of shit with this hip-hop shit. We going through a lot of shit with the streets. But why everybody
everybody put the peace sign in the air. Everybody right now.
Everybody in the house throw the peace sign up for Run DMC. Everybody up top. Everybody on the sides.
It really started in Germany when Eazy-E and them came out, and people used to ask Run DMC over in Germany, like, yo, what you feel about the East Coast, West Coast beef? It was like, what kind of beef, man? They getting their money, we getting our money.
Here's the truth of the matter about the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. I remember coming here to California in 1987, and all of the West Coast looked like Run DMC and LL Cool J. They was caught up. The whole LA was just, everywhere you go was Run DMC, LL. And then we came out with Criminal Minds, and we started kicking that and so on. The bottom line is that LA was showing New York mad love, crazy love you could not even imagine. Love we was even getting to New York. But certain New York artists left New York, came out to LA, saw the love, and thought that LA was soft, thought that parts of the South was soft, thought that Canada was soft, and that wasn't the case. These people came out, showed us love, but the egos that New York showed played us.
Yo, what's up? This is Tim Dog from the South Bronx. I'm kicking it live from the Bronx.
We had a homie from Compton, Tim Dog, actually. Back in the days, migrated from the city of Compton and went to the East Coast, went to New York.
I know you're bugging. The record is dope. It's slamming. The beat is slamming. But you didn't see the whole thing. You know why you didn't see the whole thing? Because it's too hype for you. It's too hard for you.
He put out a fuck record, fuck Compton. I mean, you know, and that was just to get him some love on the East.
Hold on, never, ever, ever has it been where motherfucking it was an East Coast, West Coast beef. This is bullshit. Y'all keep talking about it.
Talking about niggas from Compton. They're no comp and they truly ain't stomping. Tim Dog, a black man's task. I'm so bad I whip Superman's ass. All you suckers that riff from the West Coast, I'll diss and spray your ass like a roach. You think you're cool with your curls and your shades. I roll thick and you'll be yelling out raid. Tim Dog and I'm the best from the East. And all this Compton must be.
Like the East Coast has their pride and the West Coast has their pride. And then when you got one person from one place, another one, it just made it to a big, like, pride thing. Like, I know you're not trying to diss us. I know you're not trying to diss us, you know?
So keep your eyes on the prize and don't jeopardize my rhyme, cause that's not wise. You really think that you can rhyme? Well, come and get some of this loaded Tech 9. Shots to cold gunning. And you'll really be 100 miles and running. You wanna play, go ride in a sleigh. I'm so large, a fish LA in the back.
Tim Dog made a record called Fuck Compton. And Tim Dog, what he represent? What he represent? That's one motherfucker. And the record was big in Compton.
Now, in turn, you know, my little cousin in here from Underworld Connection with UWC at the time, Eric then was doing it. They didn't hit him back with nothing. So coming from the streets, we hit him with what was it?
Fuck the South Bronx.
Fuck the South Bronx. That was the first diss record, dissing KRS-One and everything like that. Caused some ruckus, caused some heat.
It's Tweety Low coming from the motherfucking Compton clique. So all you South Bronx bitches listen to the hit. Let's go on to D-Nice and KRS none. They motherfucking preaching, but I preach with my girl yelling, stop the bus.
Egos play a big part. I was there when New York was flossing, acting like we was all that. I was on the Dope Jam tour. We came to the Universal Amphitheater. You know, we was right there. Everybody flossing, posting up. Cali trying to show love. Nobody want to hear nothing. Nobody want to see nothing. Now you get NWA. Now you get Dr. Dre. Now, of course, heads is pissed off. Yo, when we was nobody, y'all was dissing. Now we platinum and so now y'all want to love us? Forget that. That's the truth of the matter. Now, the other side to it is the West Coast started to bug out. When they got a taste of fame, it was like, oh, we going to step on New York once and for all. It's going to be over. And that was it. It's all egos. And once we put the egos aside and get back to the art and get back to the culture, the discipline of hip-hop, then we cool.
What? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. West Coast hip-hop without no gimmicks and shit. Niggas ain't up in here no shiny shit. We the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Niggas in LA, make some noise. What you see is what you get now. What you see is what you get now. West Side. What you see is what you get now. We go. Yes, ghetto. X to the C, y'all. What you see is what you get now. Structure of the tempo. My existence is a ripple to fly. Only concern with winners mine. Never fucking shy. Walk the doors of everything mine. Only heat running crazy in the street. What's up? Put the company I keep. Put it on the time while you oversleep. Don't wanna see none of the street when I speak. I'm on the atlas. From the last time, the super action. You all get close-minded. Pinned to the mattress. All day, every which way. Who say you can't? How you get? They need it to fuck you. It's a hard time to play it up. For what it's working to me, stay in rotation. Black players, pimps, hoes, hustlers, willies, thugs, ballers, busters, gangsters, backs. Every day, all day, shot callers, even high rollers. What you see is what you get now. It kind of style make the whole world go wild. Shout like the whole zone, bless it all. What you see is what you get now. It kind of style make the whole world go wild. Let the child like the whole zone, bless it all. And no matter where I go, I'm gonna run a hole. You walk the floor, hit the floor, pull a stop one. And let you know today can be your last one, black. Take your breath, try to ask my time. It's a slave like Leonard Flair. Be hard to the back, with the X to the V. The legs that can't clean, guaranteed to bring the house down naturally. These niggas throwing no limits like Master P. Making you motherfucking bastards see what a whole different way MC. Realize that you against me, cause I'm 360 degrees. Roundhouse to the back, right? But like a sun, make your hot scene shine bright. I'm feeling like my whole life is a green light, never turn red. When I strike like a rattlesnake, rock like a thread. Niggas wanna go ahead, but they better all dead. Can't pressing you the door like a thread. Bring on what you said, what you get now. The kind of style make the whole world go wild. Let the child that can hold his own flesh and roll. And no matter where I go, feeling right at home. Yeah, what you see is what you get now. The kind of style make the whole world go wild. Let the child that can hold his own flesh and roll. And no matter where I go, feeling right at home. Everybody like pimps, hoes, hustlers, bullies, thugs, ballers, busters, gangsters, backs. Every day, all day, shot callers, even high rollers, keep it moving like players. Pimps, hoes, hustlers, bullies, thugs, ballers, busters, gangsters, backs. Every day, all day, shot callers, even high rollers, keep it moving.
What you think gonna happen if I get Ice Cube to a joint? The wildest dog on the East Coast.
I personally don't think there's a beef. I think when it doesn't matter where you're from, as long as you got the mentality that your problem shouldn't be with other black people. Your problem should be with the oppressor. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't knock the man from the East Coast or the West Coast down, no matter where you at, because we're not the only coast. There's South Coast and North Coast too. So why are you so caught up in that? That's ridiculous.
Once again, it's soul, the motherfucking psycho. Ice Cube the Don Mecca with my nigga DMX, huh?
Fuck what coast you are on or nothing. It's all spiritual, man. And it's all ill, man. Fuck that, man. Niggas can't say just because they from a coast that they iller, man.
East meets West. It's going down. Yeah. We be coming. We be coming. We be coming. We be coming.
I think since the deaths of Easy, Biggie, and Pac, you know what I'm saying, everybody is taking it more serious, you know. That's why you're seeing all these collaborations and all this going on with everybody, you know, because
it's the love, you know, everybody getting back to that old school vibe of the music and just spreading it out, you know.
Gyrations close to fornication. Numbers get passed with ass. Information, intoxication, faded, inebriated, designated driver, lava, MacGyver.
Snoop Dogg ain't got nothing personal against the East Coast. I got big love for the East Coast. Don't believe what you hear in the magazines. Ain't no East Coast, West Coast thing with me. I'm all about dope coast. If you got dope music, it's down with me and I'm down with you.
Sitting on laps, bitch, we write raps. Black dope access, you getting jealous? Standing online with designer umbrellas. Bad fellas running with the East Side connection.
I don't see no beef with no East Coast and West Coast. I always thought it was just some individuals that had problems with each other, you know, and it got settled, you know. Too bad it got settled in the way it did because it really didn't make no sense, you know. But now I think that it is sort of resolved in a bad fashion, and everybody's just moving on with their life and trying to, you know, make music and make money and just be happy.
Check their weapons. Who wanna sex DMX, get naked? Fucking till security show us the X. Heavy hitters counting figures. We be clubbing, mix some blunts and heavy liquors. We be clubbing all my live ass niggas. We be clubbing, fucking all them gold diggers.
We don't make music that will cater towards sides, because we ain't about picking sides, you know. We from the South, we represent, but we make music for the world, you know. And we'll never get caught up in an East-West Coast thing, because that's not us.
Take it off, and make it so.
It's all good, it's all right. Fuck all day, fuck all night. All my niggas, cause wherever I go, all my niggas. East to the West Coast, all my niggas.
Now the East to the West, East to the West, sick of this shit. Addict DMX to add grit in this shit. Atlantic to Pacific, spitting this shit. Got love for my niggas that's getting a grip.
We ain't from the East Coast or the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? We from the Midwest, from Cleveland, Ohio. We, you know, the north side in Ohio, so it's like what they going through, it really don't affect us as far as it's neutral, you know what I'm saying? As far as we go, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Mo Thug, because we don't choose no sides.
All I do is import to export, transport to Westport. A nigga still breathing today, cause the best caught them slugs. You spit at me now, get at me if you want more. Put a fucking hole up in your back, so what's the front for? Come on, baby, we some noise makers. Catching niggas with bricks in my finger coming through Las Vegas.
There's no beef, you know what I'm saying? There's no East Coast, West Coast beef. The only beef is music, making the best music and competing like that.
Reliable, mad niggas hitting this, but ain't a motherfucker gonna get this. Witness what's unheard of, cold-blooded murder. This hot shit'll have you smelling like a fucking burger. In the shell, from the 12 is all it takes to make a nigga spin like life into fall. You call for help.
I don't care where you from, like I said again, brother, if you can rhyme cat with hat and make it sound good, I dig you. Fuck what this next man talking about. I don't give a fuck if he's from the West Coast with me. I don't give a fuck if he's standing side by side with me. If I like you, I like you, and I'm gonna keep that to myself. And I'm entitled to that.
We all gon' meet up at the club, fucking with you. Nothing but love, nigga, what?
Heavy hitters count figures. We be clubbing, mix some blunts and heavy liquors. We be clubbing all my live ass niggas. We be clubbing, fucking all the gold diggers.
With sugar free, man, come kick it. Let's smoke that good green. Let's smoke that good green, homie, and get on the stage and rip that mic, man, and talk about it after we get off. That's how free feel, man.
Nigga, what?
Heavy hitters count figures. We be clubbing, mix some blunts and heavy liquors. We be clubbing all my live ass niggas. We be clubbing, fucking all the gold diggers. New York, get your club on. LA, get your club on. Chicago, get your club on. Atlanta,
fuck that shit. If the dog's off the leash, then the dog's gonna bite. If the dog's in the ring, then the dog's gonna fight. If the dog's on the West Coast, then I'm fucking with you. Come on, where them hoes at, nigga? Keep them coming in twos.
Like Noah, I make it wetter. The double header hit that ass like I got a vendetta. You know it's better with the dime, make it shake it off. Shake it off.
I feel like the media pump it up stronger than the vibes it really is when you on the East or the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like the vibes really like you can't go to either side if you from one side or you just gonna get done up.
Heavy hitters count figures. We be clubbing, mix some blunts and heavy liquors. We be clubbing on the live ass niggas. We be clubbing, fucking all the gold diggers. We be clubbing. Ice Cube, DMX, DJ Clark Kent, Superman.
There's East Coast, West Coast beefs with individual artists. Individual artists, it might be one or two. One or two that kept that, but they're resting right now.
Fuck your time zone. Get your grind on. Fuck your time zone.
Is this my motherfucking town? I can't hear you. Y'all ain't acting like I'm the man. Goddamn it, is this my motherfucking town? You goddamn right, it's gonna be like that for life. Yo, check it. We gonna do this shit like this. Y'all niggas what? I'm over here. Say party over here, fuck you over there. Mac 10, now you say come even face down. And now from the waist down, it's a Sunday, a gun day, rolling down the one way. And my left run back over train track on yak and herb. And I swear, it gets on my nerve. What? Break my daters on the curb. In the gutter lane, I'm what up, man. Foot to the floor, what you want from the money? I'm broke as a motherfucker, nigga, by my single, coming from Ingo. I seen your bitch at the store, I could do it. But niggas start to end, cause they own my gas, nigga. Fool, I'm a vet, you can bet. That I could dance underwater and not get wet. It's a nappy-headed nigga that can kill and rap. Everybody run when I bust a cap. Put Inglewood up on the map. Look at what I do when I twist my strap. I bust two rounds. Bust the clown bitch. He's the sound of the alarm, it's going down. Say what? What's up? Mac 10. Gotta do the sing that shit. What's up? What's up? Mac 10.
The Hip Hop Unity Festival was too big. I mean, it was live. I mean, it gave everybody a chance to network and finally do shows with each other on the West instead of it being an all New York venue or all West Coast venue. It was mixed up, so it was all good.
Well, the concept was a great concept. My only concern was the acts. Quite naturally, we wanted to pay special attention to the East Coast, West Coast rivalry type of thing and the type of crowd that it might draw.
I was wondering how the reception would be, you know what I mean? But I wasn't really too worried. I was kind of like worried about how they would, accept the person from New York City, et cetera, et cetera. But after a while, it warmed up, you know?
And everybody gonna always compete against each other, but there wasn't no tension. Like, niggas felt like they was gonna get their ass beat or shot up or nothing. It wasn't nothing. They felt, New York niggas is comfortable out in Cali now. After the Biggie Smalls death and shit, a lot of people didn't want to come back to Cali.
It was a good event. It was incident-free. We had no major incidents at all. A little confusion backstage because traditionally artists tend to bring entourages in large numbers. In fact, one artist brought in an entourage of 45 people.
Slowly but surely, death is coming to greet you. Fuck the posse, homeboy. I brought with a gang, lots of niggas to match gang, looking sticky, looking strange.
I thought it was a good thing, you know what I mean? Trying to unify both coasts, East, West, and it's good that, black people trying to come as a whole, skip the rah-rah, sorry about Biggie Smalls and, Tupac, you know what I mean? So, gotta take responsibility for ourselves, you know what I mean? So, ain't nothing wrong with that,
I commend the promoters for having me here because it's them, it's the promoters, and this goes out to all promoters out there, You gotta balance your show.
It was probably one of the easiest concerts I've ever worked in my 21 years.
We gotta know how to deal with that turmoil, man, you know what I'm saying? Overcome, the negative things and move on with the positive things. It was just a beautiful ass thing that went on, you know what I'm saying? I hope we can have many more out here in LA.
I think the show was a test of time. I think the show was actually a unity baptism.
I try to entertain people like in my age group, you know what I mean? And then the youth will follow, you know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to act like a young kid, old man trying to act young, It never works, you know what I mean?
Yeah, throw your hands up, 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 say ho!
I feel like a lot of brothers feel like they have to live the image they portray, but the image that you portray can only lead to death or jail, And if you say one time in a record, yo, I'll shoot somebody, right there, that's 25 to life. So if you say like 30 times on a record, you know what I mean? You don't.
People don't realize that's real though. You know, you can say it, it's cute, but in reality, those years are something else, and ain't nobody gonna be there, because, you know, I did my little taste, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, LA?
I had my ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? I had my ups and downs, but you learn from your mistakes, you know what I mean? And, you know, you realize you got kids, you know, you realize you gotta, you know, be responsible. You ain't trying to live no short life out here, you know what I mean? Everybody wanna grow old, be a grandparent, you know what I mean?
Hope to unify both coasts, you know what I'm trying to say? Everybody remember this joint, y'all. I want y'all to sing along with me, you know what I'm saying? Hit it! You know what? Lottie-dottie. Come on, y'all. Lottie-dottie. Lottie. You know what? No business. Lottie-dottie. We not nobody. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody with. Just some men that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Cause it's cool when you cause the close. We can't picture that. That we create. So that's our mission. So listen to what we say. Because this type of shit happens every day. I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning. I gave myself a stretcher. I'm on the morning. This is the bathroom to our show. Has some soap on my face and my head. Mirror, mirror, who is the top choice of the wall? There was this rumble dumble. 5 minutes it lasted. The mirror said, you know what I'm saying, y'all? But that's true. That's why we never have no beef. So then I washed off the soap and brushed the gold teeth. You saw all over late cause my skin gets pale. Then I got the files for my fingernails. Clean, dry was my body in hair. I threw on my brand new Gucci underwear. For all the girls I might take home, I got my Johnson's baby powder and a Polo cologne. Fresh dressed like $1,000,000. Threw on the ballet shoes and the fly green socks. Stepped out the house, stopped short. Oh no, I went back in, I forgot the candle. Then I dilly, I ran through her, bumped into my old girl. Sally from the valley, this is the girl place hard ticket. So I said, what's wrong? Cause she looked upset. She said, She said, what? Now, my life is filled with rainy days. But you took your love away from me. Yo, what was I to do? She's crying over me and she was feeling blue. I said, don't cry, dry your eye. Here comes your mother with those two little guys. Her mean mother stepped up, said to me, the Sally in the place and hit her in the heart. Pushed her in the belly and stepped on her feet. Slammed the child on the hard concrete. The bitch was strong, the kids was gone. Something was wrong. I said, what is going on? I tried to break it up. I said, stop it, leave her. She said, if I can't have you, she can't either. She grabbed me closely by my side. So I put the hell out and I got the chicken monster. She gave chase, she caught up quick. She put a finger in the face of Pepsi ring. She said, so we can know who's in the bottle. Now what? Ricky, can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your jazzy ways. Yo, MC Rick, my love is here to stay, and on and on and on. She went on. The bitch been around before my mother's been. I said, cheer up. I gave her a kiss. I said, you can't have me. I'm too young for you, miss. She said, no, you're not. Then she starts crying. I said, I'm 34. She said, stop lying. She said, I hate them. Go ask my mother. I'm with that wrinkle pussy. I can't be a lover. Tick tock, you don't stop. Till the tick tick and you don't quit. So we gonna get jiggy for y'all. Like I said, y'all, we love y'all. Y'all gotta love us back too.
Give up that East Coast, West Coast bullshit. Y'all can teach us, we can teach y'all too, you know what I'm saying?
Now, who's that bringing that heat like De Niro? Riding through your hood in a 600, cruising at the low speed of 10. You could take a look, make a U-turn, come see me again. Big Shaq drop jewels like quick. Got a little more G's than one, yet I'm slick like Rick. Making all you player haters sick. Ballin', acting, rapping, stacking shit. Got a personal vendetta for those who oppose my dog. Shut your windows and close your doors. Hold the walls, watch how the clean get gritty. 7-1 coming straight from the brick city. And I'ma be frank like
hip-hop unity test is going on.
But still hit 50. And you can ask Peter, call him on my Nokia. Or you can find him in the Bronx in a 2-seater. I like the way it's going down. I like the way it's going down.
Yo, DMX, give a shout out to your peoples in the house, man. My niggas. Hold me down, baby. Where my dogs at? You know what I'm saying? Where my dogs at? Somebody said, roof. What's the deal? I got here one night. Where we at, dog? Where we at, dog? Official bloodline, if they stop being greedy, get a plate, you want mine. My niggas always want to take it back to the street. Make me a half racist and half fake niggas. Make me laugh. Y'all niggas funny. Still talking about money. It ain't got nothing. Get the shotgun. You hungry? Get hungry when the lights is out. 1, 2, 3, hold it. 3 strikes you out. Sniper out.
Hey, Van Exel, who the hardest person for you to guard in the NBA?
The hardest person this year, motherfucking Allen Iverson. That motherfucker too quick for me, yo. Too quick.
And we both sponsored by, all three of us sponsored by Reebok, so you know it's all family, so it's all good. Well, me, Quick and Iverson, we all were Reebok, so it's all gravy. Another question I wanted to ask was, well, where does this nigga get this suit from?
Hey, why they on you, dog?
She's just a freak of the week, trying her hardest to get close to me. She's a freak, 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 she's a freak. She's just a freak of the week. She's just a freak of the week, trying her hardest to get close to me. She's a freak, 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 she's a freak. She's just a freak of the week, trying her hardest to get close to me. She's a freak, 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 she's a freak. She's just a freak of the week, trying her hardest to get close to me. She's a freak, she's a freak.
Drop the music. She loves the dog style.
Hey, y'all, take it off, man. Take it off. 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 Take it off.
Dollar signs, I got money on my mind. If you're looking for me, you can catch me on the grind. You know the time, I'm trying to get mine. So when you look in my eyes, you see dollar signs, dollar signs. I got money on my mind. If you're looking for me, you can catch me on the grind. You know the time, I'm trying.
Thanks a lot to all the celebrity judges, because a lot of everybody in the house, thanks for everybody keeping it peace. From the East Coast to the West Coast, thanks to you. Big shout out to Shaq. We talk to Cuban crew.
This is the tightest motherfucker in the league right here.
What? $10, man. July 1st, I mean, it's $5 in
I'll break that nigga off, man. I'll break that nigga off. I'll take coffee.
But one of the sexiest ladies I done seen today.
Yeah.
Except for the hair, though.
Nah, you still look good, baby. That ain't even...
Hey, go ahead, keep the lyrics.
Now, you know I don't rap. Big Lash is strictly hip-hop on the dance pit. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to go rock.
Boom.
With the program. I thought you knew.
Oh, he done with the phone.
So when I walk,
would you please get that nigga on the...
I let my man just flow, let me listen to flow. Not only can I hoop, but I can rock the show. It's not got it, y'all. I kinda like John got it, but that you never body. So check it out, what I'm all about.
Hey, let me get that watch on camera, Nick. Nick got that bomb-ass Rolex, fucking cheap, you know what I'm saying? Straight Rolex, diamonds, you know. You got to be in the league to get one of them.
A big Buffy, a Big Sugar, a Tupac.
Right.
Hey, let me say this to my nigga Pac, man. They ain't playing this shit, but this shit's still a pump.
Mr. S-M-O-O-T. Smoke. 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 Mr. S-M-O-O-T. Smoke. I'm trying to advance to the next level, push fancy whips, and when they mention my name, they say all about my
Jay Hunt. Coming at you, baby. Rap Rock Records.
Rap Rock are coming out the place where I get all on beats. Big gun ching there. Wanna tell them about? Yeah. Big gun ching there the water. What we say? Watch me the water.
Gangstered out, stepped in the spot, all eyes on Smoop as if youngin' was Tupac. Who got style with grace, the hottest youngin' in the place, and thuggin' ain't a thing, youngin'. I bring it to your face, clear the route out, make my way about a bar route. 6 models deep clubbing, me and my crew getting shot out. We came to party and this bitch denied, and 6 out of 6 want me to hit the night. No cups or shot glasses, we ordered a whole bottle. Cats try to imitate, the game is hard to follow. Mommy danced up on the dick and whispered, I like to swallow, so I took it to the back of the club and let her swallow. Then back up on the floor with 2 fists full of Chris and shine blind the eyes from the diamonds on the wrist. But fuck, that's irrelevant. Rock these the government, coast to coast, got motherfuckers loving it.
You see that? Producer, songwriter. What else? Producer, songwriter, rapper.
Who are we talking about?
That one kid, Jay Hunt. They call him Smooth.
Oh, you mean you?
Smooth. That's what we're talking about. He's a producer, songwriter,
oh, yeah?
Rapper, player.
Right. What else?
An athlete. I'm all of those.
Okay, ladies, you heard it from the man. Call 1-800-JEFF-HUNTLEY.
Rap Rock Records. Oh, I'm also CEO of Rap Rock Records. I have a website. It's called hiphopurbanmovies.com, so I'm CEO of that shit. The only thing is, I'm all of those things, and I'm still broke. You know, so one day all of these things will pay off.
Get off me. Need room to breathe. Let my niggas breathe. Get off me. Get off me. My nuts need room to breathe. All you haters leave. Room to breathe, so get off my nuts. I'm talking to all your haters and your groupie sluts. Now move around, cause I'm close to folding. First snap, about to snap, and I don't think you know it. Cause when I snap back, I don't do no talking shit. I just cock the hammer back and get the spark and shit. Empty your clips, burning your deck just for respect. I can give a fuck less. School life I crap. That's just the way I was raised, kid. From doing wild shit back in the days, kid. Now come on, holla at me. Don't come swinging, nigga. You better start popping at me. I'm tired of knocking busters out. Boy, I'm trigger happy. Don't slip up, cause you're pressing your luck. My aim range is like Gretzky when he hitting a puck. Now mount up, young nigga. Every move is costly. First Nash in this bitch, making your hoes get off me. Get off me. My nuts need room to breathe. Let my niggas breathe. Get off me. Get off me. My nuts need room to breathe. All you haters leave. Get off me. Get off me. Let my niggas breathe. Get off me. Get off me. All you haters, game and dirty world, but I gotta live here, you see. All of this favoritism and jealousy, they envying me. Trying to come and get close to me, nigga get the most of me. But I keep this shit to myself and yo, I just keep focusing. When my brain start talking shit, I was high when I wrote to this. I stroke for this, nigga, I want a box and a dope for this. I quote to this, that hate gon' get you smoke for this. You smiling all up in my face, my back with an off at your lip. Better get on your mission, cause I got a good feeling. You gon' make me stop saying in the mood that I'm in, that it just won't be this rap that I'm spilling. I'm spilling guts, fools, so nigga, you act on up and you finish. And I ain't talking about no fire shit, your life is just in it. Now run along, please let me breathe while you haters leave. Get off of me, nigga, always got some bullshit up your sleeve. Congratulations for taking care of all of these things. Now every time the fam come around, feel the pussy haters leave. Get off me, get off me. Let my niggas breathe. Get off me, get off me. All you haters leave. Get off me, get off me. Let my niggas breathe. Get off me, get off me. All you haters leave.
You heard the chorus, no haters allowed. Don't let me catch you out in public trying to hate out loud. I might do the rock number and just raise a brow. After that, I'm cocking back and just doing you foul. I'm a bad motherfucker and I don't think you know it. I don't talk a lot of smack, I hit the booth and blow it. You haters mean shit to me, but some proof and numbers. How many Glocks I gotta pop for y'all to get off my scrotum? 3 or 5, you haters want it dead or alive. Like Osama bin Laden, but y'all not hard to ride. Y'all pussies get fucked from the back and the side. The type to hit the cell and let Bubba take y'all pride. Come out the next day, bitch made and gay. You used to walk with a limp, now your hips kinda sway. Them two-faces squillers always quick to smile in your face. As soon as you turn your back, they start shaking all of your names. The haters game, get off me, get off me.
My nuts need room to breathe.
Let my niggas breathe, get off me. Get off
Nigga,
me.
my nuts need room to breathe.
All you haters leave, get off me. Get off me.
My nuts need room to breathe.
Let my niggas breathe. Get off me.
Hip hop is the biggest selling music in the world. So that's big, man, and that's because of the West Coast and the East Coast achievements and accomplishments.
There ain't no East-West.
That's right.
Hip hop.
That's right. It's hip hop.
If anybody else hates you out here, man, let them go on and hate you, man. But real motherfuckers like me and Drew Down and Blacktown and Quick and High C and Second and Nine and AMG and Mossberg and cats like that, man, we gonna love you till the day we die, baby. Houdini. Friends. How many of us have that? Man, we about that.
If you down with this hip-hop thing, don't let nobody stop you from being down with it, because could nobody stop me, that's why I'm in the position where I'm at. I stayed down with it. Even when didn't nobody believe in me, I believed in myself.
No man in no ghetto is better than the next man in another ghetto. So at the same time as we all black, we are in the struggle. So if I'm a millionaire and the next man's not a millionaire, I'm still with him, and I'm still the same as him, because white folks don't look at us like we equal to them anyway, regardless of how much you get or how much you don't get. And when they play with us, they just playing.
Everybody need to just, you know what I'm saying, come off all the garbage, you know what I'm saying, because it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It don't lead to nothing but murder and death.
It's all peace and love. Nothing, no gang bang shit, it's straight love.
We need our borders. We spread our wings as far as we can, and now we need to set some boundaries amongst us as men, you know what I mean?
I know we need to get this shit together and quit bullshit. I know that much.
You don't have to gangbang. You don't have to wear a G-string. You don't have to go out. You can actually eat, survive, and live preaching the word of God.
Keep Tupac's legacy alive, Biggie's legacy alive, and Eazy's legacy alive.
Let me slip and slide with you, get some ready to ride with you, dip and glide with you, I wanna ride with you. Let me dip and glide with you, throw away some time with you, sip some Perrier with you, smoke a bomb with you. I wanna move as one with you, kick it off and have some fun with you. I see you done brought your girl with you, I'm with that. Now climb your sexy ass.
Man, Axel, who the hardest person for you to guard in the NBA?
The hardest person this year is motherfucking Allen Iverson. That motherfucker too quick for me, yo. Too quick.
And we both sponsored by, all three of us sponsored by Reebok, so you know it's all family, so it's all good.
Chest, two of the best, sexy facade, but my gosh.
Hip Hop Unity Fest is going on.
Anybody can control the one that's
The key is in control of woman's mind. And once you get the bitch's mind, you got the bitch's soul. And when you got the soul, you in control. And that's real, baby.
So why you letting me go? As your friend, got yourself a new boyfriend. We became friends, then we got a lot closer.
Be a half fake, half fake niggas, make me laugh. Y'all niggas funny, still talking about money. It ain't got none, get the shotgun. You hungry? Get hungry when the lights is out. 1, 2, 3, oh, the streets right you out. Lights is out, nigga got it still in his hand. In the back.
More impressed with cash and product bags. Guilty by association.
Yeah, we gonna have fun tonight, man. We gonna go get some hoes, you know what I'm saying? Drink some moles, you know, pop some X, do our thug thing, smoke some Indo, stay good.
Break down, get crunk, get crunk, get crunk, get crunk. Break down, break down, break down, break down, get crunk.
Gotta be to the point. It's gotta be to the point. Take them down, take them down. It's gotta be to the point. It's gotta be to the point.
Yes, I was the best. Now I'm on my ass. Just cash the checks. Now I'm on the next.
Got money on our mind, nigga. What? We ain't off the fine, nigga. Fine, nigga.
Now what the fuck I look like running around, chasing these hoes, erasing these flows, when I could be collecting pesos, getting paid off these shows.
For the right ones, to put my heart in it, but times and tips, Mr. Big, you were big, and you never find another cat.
Brothers that sell more than 1 million records need legitimate security. That's true too. That's true too. That's the business.
There's a lot of haters out there. There's too many haters. Man, yo, I did nothing wrong, so why you letting me go?
For you to say East Coast, West Coast beef, that means for real, motherfuckers over here. Come on, man, the whole streets is connected, man.
Got yourself a new boyfriend.
West motherfucking side till we die.